Good evening, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Willingness Wednesday. I am your coach, B. Von Squires, and today we are sponsored by Spirit Source Connection. I am just so excited to be here as always. And if you guys know anything about me, you know that I have been praying for you this week. I have been praying for Ukraine this week. I have just been praying in such a state of prayer for everyone this week. I'm just so grateful for this study that we have embarked on. It has just meant so much to me, and it's just really changing the way that I interact with myself and the universe and everyone and everything around me. And I sure hope you are getting a lot of it out of it as well. All right, so you know how we do this. If you are new, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. You are so welcome here. You are in a safe place. Now, I do want to tell you that we do talk about things here that are spiritual in nature because I believe, and a lot of us believe, that we are multidimensional beings, multidimensional spiritual beings, and we have supernatural power. And so the things that we talk about here aren't necessarily things that you're going to hear at the dinner conversation, and you definitely didn't get this information in school, although I wish we had, right? And so I just want to let you know that you are welcomed here and don't feel overwhelmed. But if you happen to feel overwhelmed, it's okay because I am your coach and I'm here to walk you through all of this. Okay. All right. And so if you are returning, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for continuing to come here and support me on Wednesday nights at 7:15 p.m. And if you don't make it in person, I know that a lot of you come back and view it later, and that's A-okay. I really appreciate that too. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your coach. I'm just so honored and thrilled that you come here because obviously I'm saying something that's interesting to you. I do it because it's what I believe. I believe that this is a calling for me, that I need to let everybody know that exactly who you are and what you are capable of. You are so powerful beyond measure. And I want you to know that. I want you to succeed in this life. And that's what I'm all about, helping you to succeed, helping you to grow, helping you to become healthier, wealthier, and wiser in all areas of your life. Okay? All right. So, we have embarked on a series called The Four Agreements, and this is what we've been looking at over the last month or so. And tonight we are going to conclude this series, which I've just gotten so much out of. And tonight we're going to be talking about prayer. The Toltecs talk about the prayer of freedom and the prayer of love. And tonight we are going to talk about those. And so, with no further ado, I'm going to just jump on in because we're going to have a little exercise here. And so, what I'd like for you to do is just join me in a couple of deep cleansing breaths. I want you to inhale the air and I want you to hold it. And then I want you to breathe it out. And when you breathe that air out, I want you to feel the joy of taking care of yourself. I want you to feel the joy of being alive. It is the air that we breathe that keeps us alive. This is the one thing that human beings need more than anything, and that is to breathe. So we're going to breathe 3 incoming or inhales, and hold them, and then we're going to exhale them. So come join me, please, with an inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Oh, that felt so good. I feel tingly. Do you guys feel tingly yet? Let's do one more. 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, that felt good. Do you need another one? If you need another one, you go right ahead and take another one. What I want you to know is that when you breathe in that air, you are breathing in love. And that's what I want you to know. Now, to breathe, the Toltecs believe that to breathe, right? To breathe should be enough. It should be enough to help us stay happy, to be satisfied with our lives, should be enough. But the pleasure of feeling that air coming in your lungs, the pleasure of breathing, it felt so good to do that. So tonight we're going to just jump on in to the prayer of freedom. This is the first prayer that we're going to talk about. And so I'm going to read a lot because of course these aren't my own words, and I don't want to do it any misjustice. So I'm going to tell you exactly what is here. The Toltecs believe this prayer of freedom, okay? Now the purpose of this prayer of freedom is to have communion with the universe, have communion with the creator. And to have communion means that we share the same vibration as the universe. We share the same vibration in that moment with the creator. We connect to the creator through our vibrations and through our frequencies. And that's when we know we are connected. Generally, this happens through meditation. Okay. And so here is the prayer. Today, help us to be like you are. While I was doing this study, I noticed something that was quite unique. And the things that we're asking of the creator are indeed things that we cannot do for ourselves. They are indeed things that would take a supernatural power in order to bring these things about. Like, help us be like you are. I can't be like the creator if he doesn't give me the power to be it. Sure, he created me in his image, but I have to have his power in order to love the way he loves, in order to help others the way that he does. He loves us with no conditions and no judgment and no expectations. And so this is the prayer that we're praying today. Please help us to love ourselves and to love others without judgment and expectations. Because what do we know? When judgment comes, then we want to condemn someone, blame them, and then we want to punish them. So we want to have God help us to love others without judgment, without conditions, just the way that he loves us. And so as we learn to love each other, we definitely want to love the ones that are closest to us, because they're the ones that seem to always get the brunt or the most of our energy as we go through our transitions in life. As we learn how to become more of who we are, there are some other family members who may not understand our journey. And sometimes there could be some conflicts and things like that, right? So we want to make sure that we're asking God to help us to love those that don't believe the way that we believe. Help us to be unbiased. Help us to love those that are close to us. Help us to love and not judge. Okay. Now it's also, he says, listen to this one. Today, we want him to clean our hearts of any emotional poison. Now, that's not something I can do for myself because of the domestication that we had. Now, we know that emotional poison is that low vibrational energy that sometimes we carry around with us, like the anger, the jealousy, the envy, the pride, all of these, the intolerance, all of these are the emotional poisons that we have in us due to our domestication. Okay. And if you didn't get a chance to listen to the first segment of this series, it will explain all about domestication and what we're talking about. Okay. And so God uses us to fulfill his will on life in life. And so we want to ask God, thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Creator, for using my eyes to see. Thank you for using my words to carry a message. Thank you for using my energy so that I can send it forth to everyone else and to others. Thank you for making me useful. Thank you for using my body. Thank you for using my hands. Thank you for using me to carry out your will. See, so after we thank him, or after we, tell him, please help us with all these things, then we want to thank him for doing the things that he does. Because just like you want to be appreciated. I'm sure the creator wants to be appreciated as well. I mean, if we are built in his image, then we have to think that he'd probably like to be appreciated too for all of the wonderful things that he's doing in our lives. Now, of course, there are things that are happening in our life that we wish wasn't happening, but that doesn't negate the fact that he is still a good creator to us, right? Okay, so here's the other part. It says, thank you, Creator, for everything that I have received today, especially, oh, this is so powerful, especially the freedom to be who we are. Oh, the creator has given us freedom to be ourselves, right? So why should we then need permission from anyone else to be our authentic selves? We do not. It is a birthright. It is something that the creator has given us. So the more we understand about who we are as multidimensional spiritual beings, the more we understand about the gifts that God has actually put into us, the more then we can be our authentic selves. And if you would like to find out those things, it's no worries. Just give me a call. You can call me at 317-721-4315, or you can email me at b.vonsquires@gmail.com. Okay, we're going to keep on moving forward now. So now we're talking about the prayer for love. So this one I found so beautiful. Listen to this, okay? This is a dream where, in the middle of a beautiful, warm, sunny day, you take yourself a little walk and you're walking down by the river. I need you to use your imagination here with me. I need you to visualize what I'm saying so that you don't miss any of this, okay? You're walking along the river or in nature, wherever you live. Let's say you don't live in a place where there's nature. Well, you're walking along and you walk to the park, okay? There you go. And there you see a man, right? There you see a man who is sitting there meditating. But from the top of his head, there are vibrant colors that are bursting from the top of his head. And you don't want to bother him, but he senses that you're there. And so then you all have a conversation and you ask him, hey, how did you get those wonderful colors out of the top of your head? Can you help me with that? And he says, you know what? I am so glad you asked me, because guess what? There was a time in my past where I asked someone that very same question. And what they did is they opened up their heart and they took out the little flame. And then they opened up my heart and they put that little flame inside. And then they put my heart back inside. And then I started feeling this warm, vibrant fire that was burning in me, just burning this inferno. Not the kind that would actually incinerate anything, but the kind of fire that would propel someone to being their best, the kind of fire that would purify a soul as opposed to destroying it. And then I learned how to love myself, because that fire on the inside that was put down inside began to grow. And then I had so much love for myself. I was like, oh my goodness, I've got so much love. I got to share it with everyone. And so then he starts telling about how he shared the love with the animals, and how they responded and connected to him, and then how he felt one with the animals. He went on to say how he gave this love, to the stars and the sky, and the wind and the rain and the snow, and how he became one with the universe. Oh my gosh, it was so incredible. It was so beautiful. Just a beautiful story that he was telling, all about how someone taught him and he taught someone. And like they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And so here I am today urging you to allow me to put this little flame of love inside of you so that you can start feeling the self-love that you need to start living for yourself more, not for others. Your life belongs to you. Now, we share it with other people, but stop putting yourself on the back burner. Start giving yourself a little more self-love, because that's where it starts. That's where it begins. It begins inside, and that self-love grows, and your cup is just running over. You have so much for everyone. But if you do not, but if you give it to others and not to yourself, you will run out of energy. You will run out of, I can't say run out of love, because I hope that wouldn't be the case, but we learn how to love others by loving ourselves. And so that's what I want to help you to understand today, is that this prayer of love is the self-love that we get. And then we teach others how to love themselves once we become one with the universe, one with nature, one with mankind, one with ourselves, and one with the creator. Then, oh my goodness, then we are equipped and prepared to go out and share this wonderful message with others. And I am so happy and so grateful to have been able to share this series with you. I am going to pick a card for us, just because I want to end it with a card. There were a couple of weeks I didn't get a chance to pull one, so I have them with me here today, and I'm going to pull one for us, okay? Oh, this one is don't make assumptions. It says discern the truth. Don't make assumptions. Discern the truth, okay? Discern the truth. Now let's see what it says on the back. It says here the problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally, then we react by sending emotional poison with our word. This creates a big drama for nothing. And of course, you don't want to live your life like that. Who needs drama, right? I don't need any drama. I am really learning how to apply these 4 agreements to my life, especially to be impeccable with my word. I have been, understanding how that also means with the things that I tell myself, being impeccable with the things that I tell myself. Don't tell myself mean things. And I thought, wow, I really, really like that twist. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for meeting me and allowing me once again to pour into you all the love that I have. And so I'll be looking again to see you next week, Wednesday at 7:15 p.m. But before you go, I'm going to tell you, I am going to pray for you and ask God to bless you real good. And if there's anything that you're manifesting, anything that you're hoping for and putting the work in for, I am going to send my energy right over there to you so that you can get that post haste right onto your door. I just love you guys so much. And this next series, I'm going to look at the things that separate us from the other animals. Those things are actually gifts that God has given us, like intuition, like imagination and visualization, reasoning, and will. We're going to cover each one of those in the next coming weeks. All right, guys, I hope to see you next week. And if this has resonated with you in any way, I pray that you will share this with your friends and family, coworkers, your network. Everyone needs to have this information so they can begin living a life that's more meaningful for themselves. And that's going to look different for everyone. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.